Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video I will share the update for my Panda palette of this year. So this is the update for April. It is now the end of April and we are going to see what my palette looks like. I am currently panning the Nabla Dreamy palette. This palette had a lot of use at the beginning of the year and I decided to try and pan it to completion. Not really sure if that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try my best. In the last update I did not give myself any additional goals because I said there I felt like I was getting a little bit burnt out of this palette and these colors, so I've taken it very slowly this last month. I really have let myself not use the palette a lot without trying to feel guilty, and I ended up actually using it quite a bit. I found that some days that when I did not know what to do with my makeup, I just grabbed this palette. It is a no-brainer. I have some combos of eyeshadows in here that are super easy, that work nicely for me. My laptop is trying to fly off or something. Sorry if you can hear that. So yeah, in the end I did reach for this palette quite a bit, even though I did not set any additional goals for me, and I gave myself the space to not use it. So I will show you what my palette looked like last month. And here it is today. So there are some minor changes. I am gonna put up the photos of both of the palettes. I'm gonna put up the photo of last month and today side by side and tell you how many times I have used these eyeshadows. So the first eyeshadow, Immaculate, I've used 12 times. Then Illusion, I've used 9 times. Vanitas, I've used 10 times. Byzantine, I've used 8 times. Sistina, I've used 17 times. Metal Cupid, I've used 9 times. Inception, I have used 0 times. Senorita, I've used 3 times. Rose Gold, I've used 10 times. Lullaby, I've used 3 times. And Dogma, I've used 8 times. So going over the entire palette, you can see the biggest change is still in Byzantine. And by the way, someone commented on my last video because I asked if someone would know how to pronounce that, and she said nobody actually kind of knows how to pronounce it, and the meaning of that word is also nobody has a clue. So I'm just gonna say Byzantine from now on. That pan has expanded quite a bit. I have repressed it. I repressed it before last update and then I already have pan on it. Same goes for Rose Gold right here. That pan is expanding a lot too. I can see kind of a little bit of an expansion in this pan. It's going downward. And then the rest, this pan is still miniature, but it's bigger than last time. But I'm using this as a blush, so I'm wearing it down more evenly. So the pan is not really expanding that much. So let's go over the total amount of uses. I have used Immaculate 41 times so far. I've used Illusion 45 times so far. Vanitas I've used 27 times. Then Byzantine I've used 33 times. Sistina I've used 53 times. Metal Cupid I've used 16 times. Inception I've used 7 times. Then this is Senorita, I've used her 8 times. Then Rose Gold I've used 33 times. Lullaby I've used 13 times, and Dogma I've used 55 times. So you can see in those numbers that The mattes take forever to pan. The shimmers, not too much. It's funny that I'm on the same amount of total uses for Byzantine and Rose Gold, because I have been using those together a whole lot. I have started to notice, especially with the two that I've repressed, that they are starting to lack pigmentation. They are getting on very patchy. They are very crumbly. Honestly, the ones that I haven't repressed, these two I've used this month, they are quite crumbly. But I've started to notice that the pigment is getting worse. It is getting patchy. It is hard to build up. Once I want to build up, half of it falls on my face, and it's starting to annoy me. So on one end, I was really trying to use these two shadows, and I was like, need to finish them as fast as I can because then I'm done with them. But at the same time, every time I reached for them, I was not loving the experience. The looks that came out of it were good, but just the experience of, you know, getting them to where I want them was, it was not great. And then I saw Sophie Alexandra's video of her frankening her Panda palette. I have been thinking about repressing the Sistina shade because I have been using it as a blush. I'm wearing it today as a blush, and it is not the best size pan to put my big fluffy brush into. So I've been toying with the idea of repressing it into a bigger pan, so it's easier to use. And then also Senorita, I'm just not really using it on my eyes. I have been doing this kind of sunset look because I'm working on a yellow, two yellows actually, in my Pamela's eyeshadows. So I've been putting yellow in my crease and then a little bit of Sistina or another orange shadow, and then Senorita in my outer corner. I don't know. It's still 3 uses. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit pan ever on this eyeshadow, and if I really want to, because I clearly don't wear it too much. And also, once these 2 shades are gone, I don't want to do any more sunsetty looks. I'm doing them to get use out of these shadows and this one too. So this in my outer corner, this in the middle of my lid, this in the inner third of my lid, and that's it. That's how I use these eyeshadows. Maybe I put this in the middle too a little bit. That's why I do that look, to get through these eyeshadows. It's not because I'm loving it all that much. And like I said, with the patchiness and the hard times that the eyeshadows are giving me, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna keep up with doing that look. So I'm gonna have to find other ways to start using these eyeshadows. And seeing Sophie Alexandra franken all of those eyeshadows really made me think of what I could do with this palette. For now, it is gonna look like this. I'm just gonna think about frankening eyeshadows, what I want to do with it, and if I do, I will of course make a video about it. Also, I'm gonna be on holiday in June for 2 weeks, and I don't want to bring this palette like this because I feel like if I bring a palette with all of these eyeshadows that have pan, the chance of them breaking is a lot bigger. And although it would help using up these eyeshadows, it would feel like a waste. So I'm thinking about maybe pressing a little bit of some of the shades that I enjoy or that I want to wear at that point into smaller pans and bringing those with me, and then being able to use them up there. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to wait and see what my mood will be when that holiday comes around, because I might be very sick of using this palette and want to bring something completely different. We shall see. For now, I think I do really want to repress Sistina into a bigger compact, so it will be easier for me to use as a blush. But then if I do that, I feel like frankening all of the other shades is easy to do at the same time. So maybe that's my goal for next update, to figure out how to use these eyeshadows without not loving the process, and to franken maybe some of these shades. I know that makes no sense. That's not really a tangible goal, but I feel like that's what I should do. So if you maybe have any suggestions on what to do, or you see color combos or mixes of these eyeshadows that you think would work really nicely or would be great, please let me know. I could use all the help that I can get. Right now we're only on month 4 of this year of using this, and I'm scared. I'm scared. I would love to see this done or close to done by the end of the year, but I'm starting to doubt if I could do it. So please help me out. I would love to know what you would do if you were in my shoes. And also I would love to know if you liked this video. So if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!